Good evening and welcome to Wednesday night. I'm Leanne, Winston, Psychic Medium. I do apologise for running a little bit late, just having a couple of little issues with the computer on this end. So just finished getting myself organised. So I hope you all had a really lovely day, and I can't believe we're back to Wednesday night again as well. It has really gone quite quickly. So I can see some comments coming into the broadcast already. So I do want to just remind people, if you are watching from any other pages, please do hop over to mytimetv.live to be able to comment in the broadcast live as well. So I can see your comments here in the background. Now, I also do ask people to help me spread the love by sharing onto your pages or inviting friends and family to join in as well. Now, if you are going to ask questions, please do keep them more to a direct question rather than a general question. So if you do ask a general question, I will more than likely skip over it because I do want to try to get to as many people as possible tonight as well. All right. So I think what I might do is also, I'm going to share the link in the comments. So in the comments, you're going to see a comment come up from mytimetv.live. That is me. That is the guest link for people to come on board and ask me the question rather than typing it. So if you do see that in the comment, I'll just bring that up. Whoops, that's not it. The screen moved. Hey, Hayley, I hope you're doing well, honey. That is the link there, and that is what you are looking for in the comments. So click on that. You will need a device that runs Google Chrome. So if you're doing it from a mobile, you should be pretty right to do it from, but you will need a headset and try to be in somewhere that's got some reasonable lighting as well. Come on and ask me a question, and we'll probably take 3 or 4 people that here in the studio. So know by clicking on that link, you will be coming up on screen where everybody can see you as well. So wonderful. All right. So I just want to say hello to everybody. I can see there's quite a few comments coming in and quite a few saying hello. So I'll just say a big general hello to everybody. And we've got Kylie here, and she's tagging friends in there as well. Thank you, honey. Much appreciated. We've got Emma saying, hi, Leanne. Hope you are well. When will I be in a relationship, please? Oh, honey, I get you're blocking that. So I want to say just ground yourself, breathe. I actually feel like there's nerves around that, and I get the frustration as well. But I do feel a relationship will come this year. All right. Okay, we've got Carly says, is my cousin with me? I get yes straight away with that one, honey. If so, is it because of my daughter, as I only met him once? No, I just get that he's a protector over you. So I do feel that it's not necessarily to do with your daughter, but I do get the reference to it's more about watching over family. All right. Spirit will stay close to their family. They will guide those that are still here in that way. So just because we can't see the physical anymore doesn't mean that they're not with us. And sometimes we get people that have never met that spirit before. So it could be, in a sense, or just for example, it could be a family member that has passed, like a grandfather or grandmother or aunt, uncle. It may even be a parent that passed before you were born, sort of thing. That even though we haven't met them, they will stay very much around our family in that side of it. So it's quite common for people not to really know spirit very well, but they can still come in very much around us in that way. All right, so we got Jasmine. She says, share the love. Thank you, honey. Hey, Leanne, how are you? Can I please get a relationship reading? Oh, God, I'm getting that feeling again. I'm going to touch on that in a second, honey. Relationship reading, please. And is there any messages from my brother? All right. And now it's the same one as when Emma asked. I got this sort of sensation in my stomach, and I feel like it's nerves and butterflies at the same time. So I just want to say acknowledge those feelings that you are having, honey. I see the number 7 around a relationship for you. So whether it's the 7th of the month or it's the 7th month coming in, could be 7 weeks even. I don't feel like I'm looking at 7 months though. So I want to say, how am I going to put this? For those that are looking for relationships, stop focusing on it, okay? Allow relationships to come. Go out, open your heart up, move any blocks that you may have around there, because that fear of being in a relationship, even though part of us wants it, or the fear of being hurt, can really block things. So it's really important for us to open our hearts up, expand our energy, and allow things to step into our energy and create it that way. I see over time and over the years, I've seen so many people that focus on, when's my soulmate coming? I need this in a relationship. He or she needs to look this way or do this type of thing. It's like we are creating those blocks in our lives. We just need to live. We need to have fun. We need to be passionate about what we're doing. And I'm a big believer, when we are doing those things, that is when somebody comes. That is when somebody is put in front of us. We do not need to go looking for it. Okay. Our destiny, our journey is already set out for us. Okay. So if you are living your life, having fun, enjoying life, and focusing on what you're passionate about, my strong feelings are that person, the right person, is going to be put in front of you. Because when we get so focused on, I need a partner, or I've got to be in a relationship, or he or she needs to be like this or that way, that's where we start to pull that off of our pathway. That's where we start to create that unstable balance for building a relationship on. So if we allow it to naturally happen and trust in the universe, put that love out, our beautiful light from within shining through for everybody to see, and the right person will be attracted to that. So really it is about just having fun. Go out and put yourself out there, have fun, be you, not somebody else that you think you need to be. And we don't need to jump into relationships because that's what's expected of us. So things are really changing. And I think when we totally, for those that do ask about relationships, I honestly think when we totally surrender to the universe and trust in ourselves, our intuition, our own love for self, we're going to radiate that stuff out, and you are going to find that the right person will be put in front of you. Because I believe if we force relationships, that's where we bring the heartache in. And that can go with friendships. It can go with family as well. So it's just about breathing and being yourself. All right. So I wish you ladies all the very best. And I'm sure it will come. Okay. Hey, Fiona. Great to see you here as well, honey. I love your outfit there. That's cute. Diane says there you are. How are you tonight? I am very well, Diane. I guess it took a little bit to find me, honey. There was a bit of a confusion because when I set the broadcaster earlier, for some reason, it didn't put it to My Time TV. It put it to my page, even though I clicked My Time TV. So I did have to cancel it. So if you are watching from Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, please jump over, or Body, Mind and Spirit, Live Hub, and all those ones there. Please jump over to mytimetv.live and comment in the background so I can actually see you here as well. So we've got Kylie saying, good evening, Leanne. How are you tonight? Beautiful. I am very well, thank you. And you? Shared the love. Could I please get a card reading? Or are there any new messages from my beautiful 14-year-old son, Jacob? I love his smile, honey. He's gorgeous. Who was tragically taken away from us 8.5 months ago. Goodness, a comment just jumped off of the screen, and I can't see the rest of it. Sorry, honey. I will go back and look at that. But what I will do is, I'm drawn to the crystal cards tonight, so let's get those out, and I will draw you a card. Now, I do ask, just while I'm doing that for Kylie, Excuse me. I do ask for people to be patient because we do get a lot of comments, or I do get a lot of comments here. The feed runs really quickly, and it looks like tonight it's not going to allow me to scroll back in time on the comments as well. So I'm just going to have to take them as we get them. And I do also ask for people, do not message me or privately inbox me asking for your questions to be answered, okay? Because you can go to my website, leannewinstonpsychicmedium.com, and click on the link to my calendar and book a reading through the week outside of these shows. All right, honey, I have 2 cards that jumped out for you, Kylie. Let's go. This one, transformation. So I do get the reference to you are going through some changes. And I want to say there's been a lot of changes that you are resisting a little bit since your son passed away. It's okay to just stop and breathe and allow things to flow, honey. I get that is really important. And I get those things will manifest in that, okay? So I do feel that it is very much about the healing at the moment. And I love the fact that the purple has come in as well. So the purple is the amethyst is a very much an all-rounder stone in that way. And that one is actually botrylite, lepidolite. So the throat chakra around that one. Okay, so where are you needing to speak up? But I get the reference to allow that grieving process to happen, allow the healing and those things that you're wanting to manifest. I actually feel like you want to do something in honor of your son at the moment. So I do get the reference to that is going to come as well. So I don't know if you're looking at setting up a foundation or a memorial or something to honor his life and make a statement in the way that he passed as well. All right. So thank you, Mary. She is just tagging a friend there. Like I said, I do apologize. My scroll is jumping really quickly at the moment. And I know I'm missing comments, so I'm just grabbing what's at the top. So we've got Vanessa saying, now Vanessa's going to jump off the screen. Hi, Leanne. I hope you're well. Would love to know what's ahead for my family in the new future and love and light. Honey, I look at the move. So to me, I do feel that we've got a bit of a move happening this year with that, which is going to allow that energy to move forward and create positive change. I want to put bookwork in front of you as well. So whether you're looking at stepping up or taking on something business-like, I get the reference to is positive around that. There's baby news in the family too this year is the reference I get with that. Okay, so all the best, honey, with that. Next we have Nikita. Excuse me. I'm going to acknowledge that in a second, but that was lucky I grabbed yours, Nikita, because it bounced off the page rather quickly. So Nikita says, hey, Leanne, I hope you are well. I was just wondering if I could get some guidance with my love life, please. Honey, when I connected to your energy, when I brought your comment up on the screen, went to read it, English would help. Excuse me, I'm getting very much drawn to the throat chakra. So I do feel there is a blockage around your throat chakra. The throat chakra is based on communication. So I get when we're not communicating or we're not being heard in the way we need to be heard, the throat chakra will react. So my feeling is that you need to speak up or you need to make sure you're being heard. If you can't do that, put pen to paper and write it down. Now, when I say to people write, I always say date it as well so you can go back and look at it later on and see how far you've come from that date. If you want to destroy it, you can destroy it. You can do whatever you like with it. But I do feel it is based around communication at the moment. Okay. Guys, don't forget to hashtag. Let me know where you're watching from. It's great to see how far around the world we are going with that. And also, if you'd like a card, please do hashtag card. And if I get the right end of the box, I'm using the Oracle Guidance cards tonight by Nicola. Okay, so they are those. These are good cards. I like these. I'm not a huge fan on cards, but I've got 2 or 3 decks that I really do enjoy using it when I'm in the mood for it. So Dana's letting me know she has shared. Thank you. My mum is here saying, good evening, sweetheart. Hey, mum. Hope you're feeling a bit better tonight. It's seeing me, so you got to. I probably just got told it here. I love her. Beautiful. Sending you big hugs. All right, Sandra. Hi, Leanne. Just wondering if all will go well tomorrow with our phone appointment. Thank you. I got yes with that, honey. I do feel that is positive around that. Okay. All right. So wishing you all the best with that. Hey, Kim. Hope you're doing well. Gina is saying, hi, is there any messages from my dad? It's his birthday today. I feel like in your mind, honey, you sung happy birthday to him and acknowledged that first thing this morning. So happy birthday to your dad. I do get a beautiful, gentle soul with his energy, and I've got his hand on his heart. I get the love that is my sign for love and pride that comes for you. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of gratitude as well. So I do feel the emotions are building up around his birthday a little bit, and he knows how much you miss him. Okay. He hears you talk to him. So I want to say, trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, you know. That's basically how spirit will communicate with us. Now, I'm also picking up on the right knee. All of a sudden, I've got knee issues myself, but all of a sudden he's given me real sharp pain to my knee. So whether there was arthritic energy in there or there was damage to his right knee, I just get looking at the pain with that. Okay. So please know he's very much with you and sends his love. Okay. I actually feel like I want to have a cupcake. I hope you guys can't hear my computer beeping. Let me just turn my volume down on my, oops, now I turn myself down. All right, I turn myself back up. My notifications, people are sending me notifications in the background. So I do apologise for that. So Dot, hey honey, hi Leanne, do you see my daughter and I reconciling anytime soon? I do see reconciliation, honey, but not anytime soon. So I don't want to say in the next 3 months. So I do feel it will happen, and it will happen this year, but just not yet. I feel like the energy is too heightened around her at the moment. So I just want to say give it time to settle down. And then I do feel that it will change with that as well. It's always when I'm live that I'm getting messages that keep coming in. Okay, Kim, you need to ask a direct question, honey. So just a reminder, I did state at the beginning of the show, please do ask direct questions rather than general questions, because I will skip over them because I want to get to as many of you as I can. Also, if you are watching from any other page, please do jump over to mytimetv.live and join in the conversation in the background so I can see your comments as well. Just as Melissa has, Melissa says, hi Leanne, please can you tell me what is going on with my son? He is very angry and aggressive lately, and I don't know why or what. Okay. I get he is quite intuitive, honey. I want to say he's very much a sensitive soul, and I do feel that he's picking up on things. He's got feelings and thoughts that he doesn't understand. My feeling is it's about getting him to slow down, take a breath, because he's very much in his own head. He's very much a thinker, which is making it really more heightened as well. I want to say get him out into nature, connect with nature, and ground himself so that he can and just breathe, realign himself and slow things down, because everything's going a million miles an hour with him. I do feel that he's going through a bit of a change within himself. So communication is really important with that as well. But I get this frustration there. It's built up because he doesn't know how to express himself in the way he is feeling. All right. So I wish him all the very best with that. So maybe get him some crystals, grounding crystals. Maybe jaspers, like red jaspers, the darker red stones with that, because I think that will help him in that way. All right. Okay, a whole heap of comments just jumped off my screen again, so I do apologise if I have missed you. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Leanne. Hope you're well. I'm heading back to the workplace after being a stay-at-home mum for 5 years, and I'm wondering if you can see me getting a job anytime soon or study. Not sure which path is the best idea. I actually want to say both, honey. Sorry. I know with a child or with children, it can be a bit of a full-on thing. I want to say look at the courses that are out there and what you get drawn to. I feel like it's more of a short course, not a long course. So I just get the reference to I do feel work will come, but I only want to put work there for 3 days a week to start with. All right. So I'm very much drawn to that. Okay. So wishing you all the best there. Hey, Paul. I hope you're doing well. I am as well. Now, this lovely gentleman is doing a trek across Australia. He's just had a little bit of a rest due to injuries and stuff. And I did see on Facebook the other day, he is back on the road. So Paul is raising awareness for suicide suicide awareness, as he lost his beautiful daughter Mia to suicide a couple of years ago. So Paul, we are thinking about you. I would love to have you back on the show, Paul, even if you want to. In the comments, mate, there is mytimetv.live. The guest, if you're in a place where you've got good internet and you are willing to come up on screen with me tonight, I would love you to come and share a little bit about where you're at and what's going on. If you do see Paul on the road, please do stop, say hello. And also he is, well, in the past, he has been limited to how much weight he can actually carry in his trailer that him and his dog are pulling along the side of the road. So if you've got some spare water or something, drop it off to him. Say hello. Amazing man. I love his courage and his strength as well. So, Paul, I'd love to have you back up on the show and just check in on how you're going, because I know he's had a lot of challenges lately, but he's back on there. Hey, Raywin, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Hayley. Corinda, how you going, honey? Okay, Hayley would like a card. Certainly, I knew there was a reason I hadn't put them down yet. And if anybody else would like to join us in the show, certainly do find that link in the comments that says mytimetv.live. And I'm happy to have some of you come on and ask me your question. Hayley, I get courage for you. So I get the reference to know with everything that you're going through, the changes, because I do feel there is changes and you're looking at different directions in which way you're heading. You do have the courage and the willpower to get through that. Okay. Now that's a red jasper is the crystal that comes from that, and that's a very grounding tool. So I want to say just make sure you stay grounded with that as well. Okay. Emily is saying thank you. You are very welcome, honey. It's my pleasure. Kayla says, hey, Leanne, share the love. What is something big that's going to happen to me this year? Okay, I get a celebration, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's baby news around you, honey. But I do feel there is some changes going on as well. I feel like I'm looking at the direction in general where I'm going, house, home, family with you. Okay, so wishing you all the very best. Melissa's, what are you getting the all clear for, honey? Not Melissa. Sorry, Hayley. Was it Hayley? I think I was with. Now I've just lost my comments. They have jumped off the screen. Melissa. Sorry, it was Melissa. No, sorry, I have done Melissa's. Let's go, Colin. He's at the top of the page on my back end of the broadcast. Colin says, hi, Leanne. What do you see for future relationships for me? Thank you. Not looking for one right now. just curious for the future. Now, honey, I think the relationship is going to put itself in front of you. Like you said, you're not looking right now. I don't think that you will get to the point that you're looking, because I feel that somebody will find you before then. I see the number 8 around that. I want to acknowledge the 7 and the 8. So whether I'm looking at the 7th of the month or the 8th of the month, July or August, in that side of it. So I just feel like not just yet. Now is the time to focus on you. I want to say nurturing you. Okay. I do feel that is really important at the moment. So wishing you all the very best with that as well. Nikki says, hey, Leanne, anything about partner relationship, anything at all around that? Thank you. I get anxiety around that, honey. So I want to say, look at what's going on around you at the moment. Look at what fears there are for that. Okay. I want to say it's time to focus on yourself too, honey, because I get the reference to there is a lot going on at the moment. And I'm very much drawn to the need to nurture you in that. I want to put the study books in front of you as well. So I'm going to say focus on study. Wishing you all the best, honey, with that. Okay, we have another Leanne, and her comment just jumped off the screen, so I can only read what's on the broadcast. Do you have any messages for me from Spirit, please? If not, what do you see happening for me relationship wise in the next few months? All right, honey, I get a female energy around you straight away. I feel like I've got a grandmother figure, but I also feel that she had quite a mothering role around you. She wants to acknowledge the changes that you have been going through, and she says it's going to get easier. So I want to say start focusing on those things that serve a purpose in your life, and put your energy into that. All right. So wishing you all the very best there. Paul just says, hello again. I apologize not being in touch sooner. That's okay, mate, because I know you've got a lot going on. Paul, if you do want to come up onto the broadcast, I am just putting this in the comments right now. The My Time TV link. I don't want to scroll through to bring it up on the page because I may not be able to get back to it, but it should be in one of the last comments that has just come up as well. Okay. All right. So I'd love to hear where you're at, mate. Okay. Natalie says, hello. I love the butterflies, honey. Now, I always look at butterflies as a sign from Spirit. So, and I always say to people, when you see those signs from Spirit, trust where your mind goes at that time. I seem to have my Nana's energy around me at the moment. So and I do relate, okay, thank you. I do relate butterflies to my grandmother at the same time. The card that I pulled for you is manifestation, honey. So I get the reference to look at the wider picture. I'm actually being drawn to the outer edge of the card with these. So I want to say look at the bigger picture of what's going on at the moment. I think that resonates with me as well. And it's funny because with bringing out the butterflies, it's like it's put my grandmother's energy in, and I think that's perfect for what's going on lately around us as well. So, honey, look at the bigger picture. Look at I want to say expansion for what is to come. That plant is right next to me again. I must move, or something moves the plant. All right. So, wishing you all the best. Now, Dana, I did click on your comment, and it moved. Actually, we do have Paul coming up, so let's bring Paul into the show. Oh, my mum's coming in as well. Let's see if we can get Paul to come up. Okay, Mum, you have to wait a moment. Hey, Paul, how you going?
Pretty good, thanks. I'm in Nangus at the moment, 23 kilometres from Gundagai. I had left on Monday, but there's still issues with the cart, so I'm back in Nangus now, but I should be probably leaving, if not tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. So how's it gone so far?
Now that I'm into the hill country, it's taken a bit of, it's getting a bit more difficult, but still going well, meeting some terrific people.
Yeah.
Where I'm at the moment, her name's Alice, and she she's a photographer, and she
Oh,
puts
beautiful.
pictures to wood.
Oh, wow, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She hopes to get a lot further with it, and but yeah, she's a terrific lady.
Yeah. Excellent. Now, do you want to share a little bit about your story for those people that didn't show see the show that you had on, like you came on with us a little while ago?
Yeah, I'm doing it's called a Trek for Shona May, or Shona's Trek Mark II, because the original page got stolen by hackers and had lost control of it, and I wasn't able to get it back. So I started a new page called Shona's Trek MK2. What it is, it's promoting suicide awareness and trying to get rid of the stigma and the bad taboo people feel around the subject of mental health issues. Um, I have a petition online with change.org. It's called Stop Suicide Across the Board. And basically, the bottom line is requesting a minister with one portfolio, and that's mental health. Um, that way, the government will acknowledge how bad it really is. I mean, today they announced they're doing a lot for the Defence Force, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not enough. Um,
Yeah.
all our young ones weren't in the Defence Force, and the numbers there are still horrendous and growing.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. I think mental health has got so many different elements to it that across the board, the whole system needs to be restructured and financed in that way. So, I spoke to somebody today that has a son that has been through a lot lately, and it was one of my clients. And she made the point that, if you need to ring Beyond Blue, you can be waiting up to 7 minutes before you actually speak to somebody. And I think that's quite disappointing, really, because to me, when somebody is in that state and reaching out for help, they need help then, not,
yeah,
you know,
not 7 minutes or 10 minutes later.
that's it, because that
The
can be a
same with
lifetime for them.
the same with the medical profession. Seeing a mental health practitioner should be as easy as seeing a GP.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Well, even that's hard these days. I know for myself, when I rang to book my daughter into the local clinic here the other day, and they said it's nearly a week before she can get in. And when I said she's got flu-like symptoms, they had her within 3 hours because of what's going on with this
the,
virus in the world. So, we don't have enough of these facilities to cater for what is really needed.
that's why I figure we need one a minister with one portfolio, and that's mental health.
Yeah,
And not just appointed or a commissioner to find out what the problem is. They've
yeah,
been told long enough what the problem is. We need a minister with one portfolio sworn in by the governor.
yeah, and that will get it through.
Well, then a minister will with the one portfolio will be able to see which states and various programs that are working well in the certain states, and bring it in line so the
Mm.
ones that are working well are picked up in other states as well.
Definitely. So,
Um, just
yeah,
yeah, there's so much that could be done in the positive with just one a minister with the one portfolio.
that's it. Exactly. And to me, that would be so much work just for one person to do by itself. So, there's enough.
I mean, if they stop buying their fancy BMWs and giving themselves golden pensions, they'd have the funds to cover something like that.
That's it. Exactly. So, I think that, and it is, government is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be shortfalls, and everybody's got different ideas and stuff like that. But there is so much work that needs to be done overall in the whole system. So let's hope. Now, you've got a petition people can sign, is that right, online?
Yes, it's with change.org, and it's called Stop Suicide Across the Board.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. And please do jump over to Paul's page as well. Hit the like button because that way you can follow. I know Paul's very good at sharing photos and keeping us updated with where he's at, what's going on. He meets some amazing people along the track. Now, is there anything you need for people that do come across you? Like, because I know when you were going across the hay plain, you had such a big stretch that you weren't going to run short. Well, you have run short of water. And you've given your last, half a litre water to your beautiful dog and forgotten about yourself. But yeah, so if people do come across you, what
Um,
can?
yeah, just a couple of bottles of water is fine. I carry enough dry foods for me and the dog.
Yeah,
Water's always an issue because I'm in the hillier country. I'm not gonna. I've had to rethink things as far as the load and stuff like that.
mm,
So my big container, I'm only going to be carry. It's only going to be ever half full.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, just water mainly. Um, I have the page. It's called Shona's Trek MK2.
yep,
Um, Yeah, and that's basically what I was doing with the first one. I've posted all the photos that I had before. It's just the stories don't start until I left at Ara Beach. That was 15 kilometres past Wagga. But
yeah,
I was waiting out the worst of the fires there.
yeah.
Um,
That would have been really scary. You got nowhere to
um,
go.
I wasn't feeling well. I was right on Ara Beach was right on a really wide section of the Murrumbidgee River.
Um,
So I felt rather safe as if anything had happened as far as fires are concerned.
yeah,
But I was going by what some fireys told me, and they just said stay put until the worst of it's over. A
mm,
couple of times the smoke drift was really bad, and it was worse than any fogs, and it was even stinging the eyes.
yeah.
Uh, but
That's
yeah, no, I think I've still got my lights looking out for me, so
definitely
pretty
every
well
step of
right
the
on.
way. That's it. And so, do you want to explain how you got to do this? Because you had your own journey that got you on this pathway to get change or push for change
Well,
and
my
make
daughter
awareness.
Shona, she took herself out November 2018,
Yeah,
um, and I got back to Adelaide from Sydney, and I was pretty much a mess. I was getting in dark places, not so much towards self, but towards those I felt responsible.
yeah,
And that would have achieved nothing, just created more grief. Um, and this came to mind. I actually started focusing on something again, and I went with it. And the first week of February, I was on the road.
yeah. So it happened
Nobody
quite
knew
quick.
what I was doing, and it's just it's picked up from a photo that was a trucker called Brenton Smart. He posted a photo of me sitting on the side of the road, and the photo said he doesn't know, he can't remember my name, but he thought what I was thinking of doing was a pretty good thing, and he put it out there, and it went viral, and it went viral in a really good way. Um, and I've been talking to a lot of people along the way. All of them have been good. I haven't been heckled, or I haven't had a hard time. This
Mm,
Thursday will be 12 months
yeah,
exactly. So I left the first Thursday in the first week of February. So
wow.
this will be tomorrow will be, with Thursday will be the 12 months on the road.
Yeah,
Um, I probably could have been closer to Canberra, but it was wiser just to wait out the fires. They,
yeah.
they,
Well, safety.
yeah, it was safety. The people had enough to deal with rather than the bloke and his dog and cart
Mm,
having to deal with that too if the fire came too close.
yeah.
It was
I
just the
got
right thing to do.
Yeah, that's it. And I've got to acknowledge, Paul, and just to paint a bit of a picture for those listening that haven't seen your pictures on Facebook and stuff, This isn't a little cart that you are pulling. This is a decent sized cart with a bit of weight to it.
It's
And
about
it's a
bit over,
man and his dog with his cart.
yeah, it's a bit over 120 kilos.
Yeah.
Um, the dog's ridden the way. Uh,
I don't blame him.
uh, just because the radiant heat off the bitumen, it always makes it a lot hotter than what they say it is.
Definitely.
And all the burrs and corner jacks, and it just wasn't fair on her. And
Yeah.
she looks after me. It does her
Mm.
best to look after me, so I think she can ride most of the way.
Yeah, that's it. So you just stop on the side of the road wherever you're safe at night time, pull your swag out, set yourselves up, make yourself comfy, and then off you go the next day. Is that right?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
if the weather's going to be bad, I'll tarp up and
Mm.
wait out the worst of the weather. Either it be hot or it be raining. I'll just wait wherever I stop until it's good to trek on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Amazing.
Sometimes it's been pretty wild weather, and I thought I was going to have my tarps ripped up by the wind.
Wow.
But it's exciting though.
Yeah, that's it.
And RJ really handles thunder really well, but sometimes those cracks have been so loud and just overhead. She's got pretty worried and almost jumped in my lap for comfort.
I don't
Um,
blame her. I would too. My dog doesn't like storms, so she's always inside when we get them. But yeah, I think it's a really amazing thing that you're doing, and if all of us, could make a change in any little way, they all add up. So the more we can make awareness of mental health and stuff like that, like Paul said, there's such a stigma on this, and there is so much more than meets the eye
well,
with stuff like this.
if more people become comfortable talking about their issues, maybe the less it will happen.
Exactly. And I think that's a really big thing is communication. Paul, I've got to ask, do you get the touching of the head at times? The tickle to the top of your head?
Oh yeah.
Because your daughter's tickling the top of my head. She makes reference to, she touches yours
Yeah.
like that, to let you know. And that's exactly where I was getting it, to let you know that she's very much there with you. Now, I did see a comment in the thing, a comment in the feed saying about people meeting you in Canberra. Is
Yes,
that something?
I've been getting that a lot lately over the last couple of days, and like I've said, the more the better,
Yeah.
because it might get the message across better, and they'll have to act on it.
Yeah. It's
And
like anything, the more noise we make, the more they've got to pay attention.
yeah, and I'm just, it feels right. I just wanted to. It must be right.
There goes the
Um,
tickle again. I love
yeah,
it.
because I've been agreeing to it, and I say I think it will be a good thing. The more,
Yeah.
the better.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Well, I'd like to wish you all the very best. We are keeping an eye on, I am on your page as well. So I check every few days to look for photos and stuff like that and where you're at. So look after your leg. How's the foot going?
It has its moments, but I've been rubbing a lot of the rapid gel in, and
Yeah.
I just got some more deep heat actually.
Oh, beautiful.
So
Any
yeah.
idea how many Ks you've walked so far?
Um, I've got about I'm going a longer way around now, so I'm not going up through the areas that are still fire dangerous.
Yeah.
I've got about 190 kilometres left to go, so I've done about 1,000.
Wow. Yeah. Far out. That is huge. And when would you hope to be in Canberra?
Um, oh,
It's a bit hard to tell with weather and breakdowns
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So
It's hard to give an
yeah.
exact date. Sometime this month.
Excellent. Well, maybe what we can get you to do, I'm here every Wednesday night. Be lovely if you could pop in every now and then when you've got service and you're up to it, and keep us updated on how you're going. And that way, for those people that do want to join you in Canberra or, want to jump on and sign the petition and different stuff, or even just know how you can help, we'd love that feedback.
Yeah, that's no worries. I don't think. Hopefully, the way I'm going, I won't be into any more dropout zones. But I've
Yeah.
already, I thought that was going to happen already, but I still managed to walk into them.
It's called technology.
Oh,
It's got
yeah.
its own mind, I'm sure.
I think it has. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it updated as much as possible. Uh,
Beautiful. I'd love it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's well.
I was just thinking, you're not alone out there, and you all of a sudden you start rubbing the top of your head.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's only since I started talking with you, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, she's playing with your head, so she's left mine alone, so that's good. Beautiful, mate. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and joining in and sharing the information, and we look forward to following the rest of your journey.
well, thanks for having me on.
Oh, anytime. It's my pleasure. You take care, safe travels, and I look forward to talking to you very shortly.
Not a problem. Thank
All
you, and
right. You're welcome.
catch up
Thanks,
later.
Paul.
Bye.
Bye. All right, excellent. What an amazing man. I just love the way that he has taken his grief and being able to turn it around into something positive, a healing way that he's going to help others. Now, I would like to introduce my mum, Margaret. Hey, Mum.
Hi, sweetheart. How you going?
Good, thank you. You finally got on. I've been trying to
Yeah.
encourage Mum to come on for the last few weeks and say hello. So a lot of people will know Mum from the markets and the fairs and stuff that we do with Mum and Dad helping me on the stall. How are you going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
That's good.
That was great to see Paul again.
It was. He's an incredible man with an amazing story to tell. So I can't wait to keep an eye on what the rest of his journey is going to be like. So I just love the way people take the sadness and the grief and turn it into something positive. So it's a great way to honour his beautiful daughter.
It is.
So what have you been up to? Sitting in the background watching.
As usual, making sure you're being good.
I'm always good. Come on, don't tell people, give people other ideas. I get myself into enough trouble without help.
Yeah, I know that.
So yeah, I just got Bella's just saying I miss my brother. All right, so honey, I do feel he is very much around you in that way, and it's funny because the more mums coming out on the road, well, mum and dad are coming out on the road, the more they're becoming aware of how spirit works and sensing things themselves. So I just love it. So excellent. So you got any wisdom for us?
No, I haven't got any for myself.
Be good to your mum.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. So we've got Emma. All right, so you can answer this question, Mum. Emma, what advice would you give her? Who's touching her shoulder? Oh, Mum's frozen.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you saying.
Okay, I was just saying, what advice would you give to Emma with this? Who's touching her shoulder? Oops. I think Mum's internet's dropping out. Oh, you're dropping in and out, Mum. Just move to the side a bit for Dad to answer. Yeah. All right, Mum, I might drop you down. Thank you for coming on and saying hello, but you're dropping in and out. It's not working.
Bye.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Love you. Okay. But thanks for coming on. Yeah. Okay. We just dropped Mum out. You gotta love the internet. Now, Emma, I want to say, first of all, honey, trust your instincts. Where does your mind go? So when people are seeing signs, they get the touching and different things like that. I always say to people, what's your first thought? Right at that very moment before you actually start thinking or overthinking about it. So when I say trust your first instincts, honey, but I get a male energy around that. I did notice there are some people watching. I think We had one while Paul was on it, and I wanted to acknowledge it was an overseas person. I can't see it there in the comments. It's not letting me go far enough back. Mary says, thank you for being there for Mother Earth and us, the selfish ones. Beautiful. I'd say that could be around Paul in that way. Okay, so I'm seeing we've got Brittany from the US. Hey, honey, thank you. Yes, I get yes with that one, but it's just going to take a bit of time. But at the same time, honey, I feel that you need to be able to live life. Go out, have fun, enjoy yourself. Don't sit around waiting, honey. All right, it will happen when the timing is right. So I'm just looking to see where people are watching. There are heaps and heaps of comments here as well. Brittany says you guys look so much alike. Thank you, Brittany. I get my looks from my mum. She'll like that. I quite often get told I'm very much like my dad as well. Another one that says, wow, you look like your mum. Wow. Roz is saying, hi, mum. So I know you'll be sitting there in the background watching. Say, hey, Roz, I hope you're doing well. That is good. Actually, today, Roz, I think that would make her day. She hasn't had the easiest day today. So I'm impressed that she came on with the way that she's feeling today. All right. So beautiful. Yeah, Roz, definitely technology. All right. Sam says, would love to know how the appointment's going to go in Brisbane with Bub, Amy, and my dad. I do feel there's positive energy around that, honey. I feel like things are a little bit heightened around it, but the outcome will be positive. Just breathe through it. It's just going to take a little bit of patience with that, okay? But I get that things will be fine. I feel like I've got the all clear in the end. Okay. Jetta says, hey, Leanne, is there any messages from my close friend? He has just recently passed. Now, honey, my heart goes out to you and I will keep you in my thoughts. I do feel his energy is quite weak, which is very common for a spirit that just passes. I get you sense him around you, but I get the frustration and the sadness around his passing as well. So there's a lot of unanswered questions around that. I'm very much in my own head, so I don't know if there was a little bit of depression around him or he was very much the thinker in that way. Okay, so I just feel like I want to wrap the angel wings around you. So I want to say maybe you reference him like your angel. Okay. Oh, Brittany, I've had 2 deaths in 1 week. Are they picking up anything from either? I get a female energy around you, honey. Same thing. The energies are very, very very weak. There's a lot of frustration around that. I just don't feel like I know how to put words to the feelings that are coming through. So I still feel that spirit is in shock in that way. Who had the issues around the heart, chest, lungs, okay? And I do feel that spirit, that both are around you with that way, but I just look at the heart, chest, lung area. So my chest just has gone very heavy with their energy. Okay, know that you're not alone, and I send you lots of love and healing. Okay, I just feel like you're in a daze yourself, honey. So whether you're just feeling a little bit of shock at the moment with everything's going on, I just feel like I've got that bit of disbelief, not being in touch with reality clearly at the moment because of everything that's being thrown at you as well. Okay. We've got Chantel says, hi, I lost my daughter nearly 6 years ago. Any messages, okay, thank you, from her or past loved ones, please? Now, honey, I get the singing, so I don't know if you hear singing at times, but your daughter's singing to me. So I want to say, look at what the song is that catches your attention and what the meaning is of that, because I just get the singing, the happiness, the joy that comes through. So I do feel she is very much at peace. Okay. All right. And we've got Tara giving us the beautiful heart eyes and smile. Thank you, honey. Sweden. Tara's from Sweden. I thought I seen Sweden there somewhere. So welcome. And welcome to those new people that are joining in. I have been noticing that the followers on my page is constantly going up. So other things, guys, just before I do wrap up, if you have subjects that you would like to know more about, I'm happy for you to put them in the comments or inbox me those things, because I don't mind you inbox me if you've got a subject that we can talk about on the lives that you'd like to know more about. Just remember, I do ask people to respect my boundaries and not inbox me for freebie readings with that. You can certainly go to my calendar, Leanne Winston. Let me see if I've got it loaded here. Leanne Winston, psychicmedium.com. into my calendar, or go into services, which will take you to my calendar. Now, I can do face-to-face, phone readings, Zoom readings, emails, one questions, if you don't want a full reading as well. So certainly do check out my website. And there's lots of different stuff on there, the workshops and stuff I'm doing. Now, if you would like to learn more about your own intuition, I do have the online beginners course. Now, I have been told today that it is running smoothly. I've had a couple of tech issues in the background of the funnel, but we've been via Philippines, we've been via America, and now by the look of it, we are back on the right track with that. So thank you to Mel and John that have been helping me do the glitchy stuff in the background, the techie stuff that is just way over my head. So if you would like to, and even if you're not sure, if you're intuitive, certainly I will put the link on my page shortly, but there is the intuition quiz. Now, this is a quiz that I've designed myself to answer. I think it's 11 questions. You get 12 with wanting to know your name and what country you are from. Go through, answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. You've got choices of like 3, so it's just a matter of clicking what resonates with you and what you feel, and then push done at the bottom. It will take you to a page that will give you a score. And take note of your score, because in your email address that you will register at the front page, you will get a box where you'll get the 2 steps. Put your email in there and your name, because you will get email scorecard with the ranges of it. Okay, that was the only way I could seem to set it up. But it will give you a guidance of where your email, like where your score, your intuition sits. If you want to learn more about courses, there is a button down below that you can jump in and have a look at the beginners course. It's an online 5-module course that you can work through at your own speed. And then you and I will have a phone call at the end, or a Zoom reading at the end of it. And I can answer your questions and go over what you've learned and how you're going before I issue you a completion certificate as well. So that is coming up. I've got other courses that I am working on that I'm hoping in about 10 days' time I will go live with that. Now, if you are in the Adelaide area, or here in South Australia, or even want to fly into Adelaide. Apparently flights are not quite cheap at the moment. I am doing 9 shows at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. So that will start on, I think it's the 14th or the 15th, I can't remember, whatever the Friday is. No, sorry, it is the 14th of February in North Adelaide. Tickets are only $28. Now, usually for my normal shows, I'm charging at least $50 plus per ticket. So the Fringe tickets, it's a ridiculous price. We're not going to see these prices again. So if you'd like to come along and be a part of the audience that will get read, like different members will get read for, jump onto Adelaide Fringe ticketing website and just type in Leanne Winston in the search bar. My show messages from beyond will come up, and you can purchase your tickets online. So that will be every Thursday and Friday night for the 5 weeks of the Adelaide Fringe. So from the 14th of February through to the 15th, it must be the 13th of March is the last show. And we're also hosting, myself and Annette, from Sacred Awakening Events, a fringe market in Flinders Street, 230 Flinders Street, every Saturday afternoon from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock through to 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Sunday. So that will happen the 5 weekends of the Fringe, every Saturday and Sunday. It's a free market. Come along. We are with the Fringe market and also my live shows. We are raising money for the Koala and Wildlife Rescue Hospital on Anzac Highway at Plympton here in Adelaide. They're a 365-day-a-year hospital. It's a non-profitable organisation and they need our support to deal with the emergencies that come in all year round. They're not just based on the devastation of the fires. This is something that has been going for a long period of time and has a lot of volunteers that do amazing work there. And Annette and I were lucky a couple of weeks ago to go down to the hospital and spend a couple of hours down there as they treated some of the amazing animals and people that are bringing in wildlife and even lost animals. They had some animals there that you can tell they're pets and they've got out of their cages or whatnot and they can't find their owners. They go into the hospital, be checked over, looked after, and they do their best to try and reunite them with their owners as well. So they're always looking for donations and different stuff, even just towels through the year. At the moment, because of the koalas and stuff, and we met the amazing Woody from Woodside. Poor little thing had burnt feet, but he was just a gorgeous koala. They need fresh gum leaves each day as well. So if you've got gum trees in your yard, you're going past there in the morning, drop off a branch or two because it's amazing how much of a difference that helps. All right, certainly do jump onto my website and check out what else I've got coming up. There's always something going on. I will, my calendar just needs a little bit more updating, but the things for the next few weeks are on there as well. Keep an eye out because I may come near you someday for an expo or a show as well. And like I said, there's always more online workshops and stuff coming up. I do have a challenge coming up very soon, so keep your eye on that. I'm not going to give you any more information yet. I will, as I said, in about 10 days time go live with that, and you can jump in on the free webinar and join in and then join me on the challenge if you wish to proceed with that. All right, I want to say take some time, acknowledge your friends and family, and like Paul said, if you are somebody with anxiety, depression, mental health illness sort of thing, please speak up, please ask for help. If you know somebody going through it, sometimes it's just they need that ear to listen to and that little bit of guidance if that is suitable at that time. Otherwise, we do have the services out there like Beyond Blue and different stuff that people can reach out. Even just go and talk to your general GP or a professional in that way as well. So I send my love out to everybody, healing to where is needed. And thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday night. Take care. Mwah.